Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, श्री श्री पंचतत्व की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदयन्तस्थो ह्यभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. So reading from Canto 1, Chapter 16, Text 6. Atvasya padamboja makaranda liham satam kimanye rasad alape Ayusho yadasadvyaha Atvasya yadamboja Makaranda liham satam Kimanye rasadalape Ayusho yadasadvyaha Atvasya padamboja Makaranda liham satam Kimanye rasadalape Ayusho yadasadvyaha. Atvasya padamboja Satam Kimane Sadalape Ayusho Yadasadveyaha Atmasya Padamboja Makaranda Liham Satam Kimane Sadalape Ayusho Yadasadvyaha. Tasya padamboja Makaranda liham satam Kimanye rasadalape Ayusho asadadvayaha. Athva, otherwise, Asya, of his Lord Krishna's, Padam Boja, lotus feet, Makarandaliham, of those who lick the honey from such a lotus flower, Satam, of those who are to exist eternally, Kimanye, What is the use of anything else? Asat, illusory. Alape, topics. Ayushaha, of the duration of life. Yat, that which is. Asadvyayaha, unnecessary waste of life. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, and purport by him as well. The devotees of the Lord are accustomed to licking up the honey available from the lotus feet of the Lord. What is the use of topics which simply waste one's valuable life? Purport. Lord Krishna and his devotees are both on the transcendental plane. Therefore, the topics of Lord Krishna and of his pure devotees are equally good. The battle of Kurukshetra is full of politics and diplomacy. But because the topics are related with Lord Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita is therefore adored all over the world. There is no need to eradicate politics, economics, sociology, etc., which are mundane to the mundaners. To a pure devotee who is actually related with the Lord, such mundane things are transcendental if dovetailed with the Lord or with his pure devotees. We have heard and talked about the activities of the Pandavas, and now we are dealing with the topics of Maharaj Parikshit. But because all these topics are related to the Lord, Sri Krishna, they are all transcendental, and pure devotees have great interest in hearing them. We have already discussed this matter in connection with the prayers of Bhishma Dev. Our duration of life is not very long, and there is no certainty of when we shall be ordered to leave everything for the next stage. Thus, it is our duty to see that not a moment of our life is wasted in topics which are not related with Lord Krishna. Any topic, however pleasant, is not worth hearing if it is devoid of its relation to Krishna. The spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavan, the eternal abode of Lord Krishna, is shaped like the whorl of a lotus flower. Even when the Lord descends to any one of the mundane planets, he does so by manifesting his own abode as it is. Thus, his feet remain always on the same big whorl of the lotus flower. His feet are also as beautiful as the lotus flower. Therefore, it is said that Lord Krishna has lotus feet. A living being is eternal by constitution. He is, so to speak, in the whirlpool of birth and death due to his contact with material energy. Freed from such material energy, a living entity is liberated and is eligible to return home back to Godhead. Those who want to live forever without changing their material bodies should not waste valuable time with topics other than those relating to Lord Krishna and his devotees. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamlam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patita Nam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatam hamande shirgundin taranam. Hare Krishna. The devotees of the Lord are accustomed to licking up the honey available from the lotus feet of the Lord. What is the use of topics which simply waste one's valuable life? This is the theme of questions that Shonak Rishi has been asking Suta Goswami. In the previous text also, he said, please describe all these incidents. He's asking, why did Maharaj Parikshit simply punish Kali? And he said, please describe all these top incidents if they relate to the topics of Lord Krishna. So while meditating on this, I was thinking about, how I'm wasting my time and your time here at the GBC College, talking about these corporate topics, management, leadership. I was really depressed. I still am. So please help me. If the goal of life, as Maharaj said yesterday, is Krishna Prem, and here Shonak Rishi doesn't want to hear anything that is not related to the topics of Lord Krishna, why are we here wasting everyone's time? Not only just these 10, 11 days, but also 15, 14 months ahead of us. I did not join ISKCON to teach leadership. I already had a degree in management. I came to ISKCON to do my bhajan. I have this advanced age. I want to enter a bhajan kutir. Yesterday, Gauranga Prabhu was saying that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Gambhira, 30 square feet for 12 years. He said, you don't require big homes, other facilities to be happy. He was fully content. So thank you all very much. Please forgive me. I will not be able to continue this residential. Govinda Priya Mata will take over. So you're all in agreement? Can I walk away? No? So what's the resolution? Please pass the mic to somebody.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Prabhu, you are the leader. And leader is supposed to show the path to his student.
But
so I have completed, now you have to take the responsibility. So we need you to give us the direction.
You heard of leaders who become leaders, but then they are incompetent and they are removed. So I'm one of those leaders. I have a successor. Govinda Priyamata is already there.
So this is your successful, that you made her as a leader. So we need your instruction to more leaders will come.
So thank you for trying, but I'm not so convinced.
This is your humbleness.
In the back.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So as we are getting the introduction of GBC College, in that college everything is actually to fulfill the mission of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada. So all topics are related to for the mission of Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we are not wasting our time.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the encouragement. There are more in the back. Please pass the mic. Maharaj also has his hand raised.
In the purport, Prabhupada says diplomacy, politics, if it is connected with Krishna, that is Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada said that temple president should be like the Rajarshis, the spiritual leader. And those who are teaching the temple presidents, they should be the Rajguru. So you are in a very wonderful position to do that service. You are elderly and a lot of experience, so you are creating leaders, and by that you are becoming Rajguru. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, thank you for your blessings. I hope that will come to be true. But thank you for the encouragement, and thank you for reminding that Prabhupada in the purport writes it clearly that we should not reject these things. Prabhuji, did you want to add something? Same thing? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. More, Prabhuji? Yes.
It is like Yukta Vairagya, Prabhu. It is Hari Sambandhi Vastuna. Because this leadership is also Hari Sambandhi Vastuna, we cannot renounce. If you are renouncing, then it will become the other Vairagya.
Oh, the Falgu Vairagya. Okay. More?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I've read in Prabhupada Lilamrit, somewhere in Prabhupada Lilamrit, Prabhupada told that whatever is done to spread Hare Krishna Mahamantra is equivalent to chanting Hare Krishna. So if we are doing all services, that is equivalent to chanting Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, thank you very much for the encouragement. Mataji, yes.
I'm just remembering His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, seeing you, Prabhu. And when he started the D-Land project, there was like so many people stopped him during the COVID not to come. But Maharaj was determined that he will. And he breathed his last there. And I'm pretty sure that you have taken up this project to please him. And I'm also convinced that Maharaj is very, very happy with your services. So I pray that you can continue and you will stay strong and guide us more. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Rajpati Prabhu.
Rupanuga Prabhu, you're from the United States. Srila Prabhupada came at the age of 69. He didn't retire. So how you can think of retiring? He showed by example. He came to the States at 69, so you cannot retire.
Thank you, Prabhu. I take your instruction very seriously. Okay. So Prabhupada says in the purport, as Maharaj paraphrased, that there is no need to eradicate politics, economics, even sociology, which are mundane to the mundaners. To a pure devotee who is actually related with the Lord, such mundane things are transcendental if dovetailed with the Lord or with His pure devotees. Now, all of you are very powerful leaders. And that's the reason you are here. You have already proven yourself to be so powerful. What are you going to gain from this year-long training? You have already done such successful projects. I'm convinced, I'm sitting here, but I'm asking you, some of you have degrees from INSEAD, MBA management degrees, and others have proven success based on your effort. And yesterday, Gauranga Prabhu was saying power of prayers, which is underutilized. So why not all of us just simply engage in prayers? Nobody is walking out? No? You're all still here? Okay. All right, so let's look at some of Raj Rishis, as Maharaj was saying. Prithu Maharaj. Yesterday we heard about Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj was a Shakti-Avesh avatar. He was not Vishnu Tattva, but he was empowered incarnation. His wife Archi was also empowered incarnation of Lakshmi Devi. When he was coronated, when he was crowned to be a king, there were these musicians, singers who started to glorify Prithu Maharaj. Before he even started doing his duties. He did not prove himself. Just because he accepted this position of a king, they began to glorify. And Prithu Maharaj said, no, please wait. It's premature. Please don't glorify. And then he was offered gifts. He was an empowered incarnation. Empowered incarnation means you have that potency which is given to you by the divine. And then he was offered gift by Brahma, who gave him divine knowledge. He was offered gift by Vishnu himself, who gave him his disc. Lord Shiva gave him a sword. Ma Durga gave him shield. All these mountains and rivers, they gave him a free passage. Any time he desired, they will just part ways for him to go. He had these mystic slippers. If he was already empowered, why did he accept all these gifts? He did not need these gifts, did he? So such a powerful king, who is an empowered incarnation, also accepted gifts. So this GBC college is designed here to also impart you gifts in the forms of these tools and techniques. Those gifts were necessary for Prithu Maharaj to conduct his duty. Even though he was empowered, he did not refuse those gifts. So there are certain tools and techniques that we need to carry out our task. Yesterday, Bhakti Prachar Parivachak Maharaj was saying about power. Power, position power. There are 4 types of power according to one framework. So one is this titular power, basically based on your title, based on your position. It comes with the position. Then some people are kind of naturally very powerful because they have a lot of money, they can give charity, they can reward people, and they become powerful from that. Others have strength, and because of that they become powerful. People revere them. Some people, because of their charisma, they know somebody, their reference, this is called the referent power. Because I know somebody who is a great Swami, I have his phone number, I have certain power. The people approach me, can you please connect me to Maharaj? So that's the referent power. And the 4th type of power is power based on our expertise and character. And Maharaj talked about that as well. So this expertise power and character power, this can be enhanced. There is room for growth in our expertise power. So this GBC college was established with that intent to improve the expertise and character power, character-based power of leaders. So, as I said, you are all very wonderful, successful leaders. You have great qualifications. And out of humility, you have accepted to come here and put your trust in the GBC college and accept these so-called gifts that will be given to you by many speakers who will be coming throughout the year. They are all experts in their own areas. These demigods, devatas who are giving these gifts, they were experts in their area. So they gave Prithu Maharaj what they were really good at. So likewise, these experts are going to impart this knowledge to you. Now when, in some places it says, Vidya dadati vinayam. When you receive knowledge, it's like a fruit-laden tree bows down. It makes us humble. But in some cases, we also see that when people acquire knowledge, they also get puffed up. They think, I know better than others. We can do better. These tools are so powerful. The tools by themselves are not powerful. We know Arjuna's bow, same Gandiva. That was only powerful as long as Krishna was there, as long as he was empowered to do. And Gauranga Prabhu also mentioned yesterday that it's only by Gaur Kripa, as long as Lord's mercy is there, we'll be able to utilize these tools in service. So the tools that we are presenting, they are meager chipped rice that Sudama brought for Krishna. Chipped rice have no value. But because Krishna accepted those chipped rice, they became so valuable. And then the result was miraculous. So likewise, if we remain humble, and if we not get puffed up, both on our side when we are delivering this to you, thinking that this is a powerful tool that I'm giving you. No, it's not. It's up to the recipient. If you accept it and use it in Krishna's service, it will become powerful. Otherwise, it's a mundane tool. So my request to all of you is, we have a long journey ahead, 12 months, 14 months. There'll be many speakers. They are experts in their own right. Please give them due respect. Please receive. You are like the hansas, the swans. You can, with your sharp beak, you can poke into the lotus stem and get the milk directly from the lotus stem, even though the stem is covered with muddy water around it. So in that beak, the mud does not go. The muddy water does not enter. Only the milk from the lotus stem comes. So there are many deficiencies in the tools that we will present, in the techniques, the concepts, things that we do. Please accept as hansas that you are. Just take out what you will be able to utilize. Yesterday we were talking about Srila Prabhupada's mood, and our vision and mission is based on his mood. And his mood, as you know, was not rigid. It was flexible. Depending upon who he was dealing with, he gave appropriate instructions. Depending upon which leader he was dealing with, he assigned him appropriate responsibility. You all know the famous Mumbai Pandal program, where we got Radhanath Maharaj, where he got Radhanath Maharaj. There in the Pandal program, Prabhupada assigned to Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he assigned the public relations, publicity department. He assigned fundraising to Giriraj Swami. He assigned the Pandal arrangement to Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And he assigned the scheduling of the Pandal program to Madhavisha Prabhu. These four wonderful devotees and these four different assignments. Why? You know, Giriraj Swami comes from a very wealthy family. He can attract and he can be attractive to wealthy individuals. So fundraising was very natural for him. Shyama Sundar Prabhu, if you have met him, he is such a charmer. He speaks with you and your heart melts. So he was the public relations person. Madhavisha Prabhu, very strong-natured, the scheduling department. So likewise, in your capacity, when you are dealing with different level of devotees, different types of devotees, please use these concepts, these techniques, these skills that you will gain appropriately. It's not one size fits all. We cannot say that we learned this at the GBC college. I was told this will help me with my service and I'm going to use this. You have to look at the situation. The technical term for this is contingency theory. Contingent upon what your situation, circumstances are, and we call it Desh Kal Patra. And according to time, place, and circumstance, we adjust our approach. So please consider these tools. They are not universal. They are not universally applicable. They are not universally potent. They are, depending upon in whose hands they are in, they will yield appropriate results. or results according to their capacity, the way they are utilized. Okay. So Prithu Maharaj, if he did not accept these gifts, he would not be able to utilize these gifts. Vaisheshika Prabhu says, you cannot sell. Principle number 2, remember book distribution, we are kind of in the marathon time. What's the second principle of Vaisheshika Prabhu about book distribution? Okay, show more, sell more, like that? Get books. The more you show, the more you sell. Okay. There is one principle which says that you can't sell what you don't have. Right? So if we don't have these tools, we will not be able to use them. So let's acquire these tools, these concepts, and then we'll be able to utilize. So Prithu Maharaj was very humble. Even though empowered incarnation, he accepted these tools and he utilized them in service. Now Prabhupada also says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, at the end of Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the concluding words, he says that my Guru Maharaj is still accessible to me. And by extension, he says Guru Maharaj, especially for those of us, our Gurus have departed, they are accessible to us. So all of our acharyas who are not with us in physical form, they are still accessible to us. But to access Guru, to access Krishna, we use mantras. Mantras are these tools that we are using to access the potency, the blessings of Krishna and of Guru. So let's consider it in that respect. And with regard to developing Krishna Prem, is there any bhakti ras in any of this that we are doing? Or is management just plain boring? Is there any ras in management? Yes? Vishakha Mataji, right? Vishakha Mataji thinks there is ras in management. Can you please give us some examples?
Hare Krishna. It's like when I go to the temple every single day and I'm managing operations, and so I have a plan. This is what my schedule looks like. This is what my day looks like. But you just don't know what's happening at the next minute. And it's hilarious. Whatever happens is just funny, or it's an adventure. And it's stressful too sometimes. But at the end of the day, it feels that my life had a purpose and my life had an agenda. And I was of some use today. Okay. So I think it's blissful.
It's blissful for you. Okay. Anybody else finds ras in management? Bhakti ras?
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So in the management itself, there is no rasa. It is dry. It is material. But the purpose for which we are using the management fills it with rasa. Just like Prabhupada says that we have nothing to give and take with the battle of Panipat. But for us, the battle of Kurukshetra is as good as Vrindavan Leela. Because it is for the pleasure of Krishna. It includes Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's based on our mindset. Maharaj wants to add something to this.
Prabhupada used to say that management is a thankless service. Anything to be blamed, he should be blamed. So keeping that point aside, so I'll give two examples, short examples. So my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapadaka Swami Maharaj, wrote a letter to Prabhupada that I am a sannyasi, I am supposed to read Bhagavatam and preach Krishna consciousness. But whole day I am busy constructing a lotus building. So he expected some compassionate answer from Prabhupada. But Prabhupada wrote very heavily. He said, what do you think? My books and my buildings are different. So building lotus building and reading my books is the same platform. No. So that is Prabhupada's instruction to him. It is recorded in the letter. And another example is my life, because I was a chartered accountant, so I joined ISKCON thinking that I don't have to do that work. So I became the head of treasury of Mayapur for a few years. Then I was a little frustrated. So I joined the movement to do something else, but I have to do all this. Then I went to my Guru Maharaj and told that I don't want to do this. I am not feeling inspired. He said that you are not feeling inspired because you don't have Sambandha Gyan. So you are not managing anyone's treasury, you are managing Radha Madhav's treasury. So if you have Sambandha, then you can experience rasa. So unless you have Sambandha, means why you are doing it, it's not what you are doing it. That's very, very important. And once I wanted to give up management and completely dedicate for preaching. He said it's a very good idea, but unless institution is there, how you can preach Krishna consciousness? So managing is like a bitter sabji and preaching is like a sweet rice. For a healthy body, you need both. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. Excellent, excellent. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also talks about this. 431. It says, Yuddha Dana Veera Dharmesh Chaturda Veera Uchyate. So the Veera Ras in Bhakti, Bhakti has different rasas. So when we take up this leadership positions, leadership roles, we have to sometimes show our aggressive nature, our Ishwar Bhav. So this bellicose nature is translated. This is, and sometimes people give charity, sometimes they are merciful. So all these things, Yuddha, Dan, and Daya, when they are mixed with our attachment to Krishna, they are called Veera-ras in Bhakti. So we are still on the path of Bhakti, as Maharaj assured us through his personal examples and instructions that he received from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, and that Maharaj received from Srila Prabhupada. So we are on the right path. We will attain prema gradually if we keep our act together. And one last thing I want to add here is, Yasya asti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvair gunais tatra samasate sura harav abhaktasya kuto mahat guna manorathena asti dhavato bahi. When there is no Hari Bhakti, we will be riding the chariot of our mind, and dhavato bahi will be just running around here and there. But when our bhakti becomes akinchana, unmotivated, uninterrupted, not asking anything for ourselves, all the godly qualities will manifest in us. But here, we are not suggesting that you don't do bhakti. What we are doing here, management, is complementary to our bhakti. So let's invoke the blessings of Krishna and Guru through our sadhana, because purity is the force. That's also power. And on the other hand, this expertise power or the character power. I know power has a negative connotation, but the strength that we derive from our service, through our expertise, through our competence, and through our character. Let's invoke both. Let's do it side by side, and always keeping our intentions pure, our intent pure. So on that note, I would like to end here so we can take timely prasadam. Thank you very much for encouraging me today to continue. Hare Krishna. Okay. I am being instructed by my Vice President to not leave so early. See, I have a tendency to not do my duty properly. So I have her to keep me straight. So he says, it's only 8:42. We have time for question and answer. Any comments, reflections, please share. Prabhuji, Jagat Guru Prabhu from Chile. Okay.
Regarding your class, made me think about your question about rasa in the management. I think that when your management mainly in our movement means manage people. I mean, the people in companies has salaries and they work, but in our movement, most of the devotees, they don't receive any money. So they need to be inspired to do some services. And sometimes, for example, Latin America, the gurus don't go too much. So when we organize services, at the same time, one of the services is inspired to the devotees to do their service. No? So in that moment, there is a lot of rasa, because devotees sometimes has problems in personal lives, and probably we face the same problems some years ago, some month ago, whatever. So we can share some experiences, and the devotees appreciate that, and they're inspired to do service, and a lot of times do better service than ourselves, because they're inspired by Krishna consciousness. So to be part of it, to be there to do this humble service for them, there are a lot of rasa in there.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing that. Okay. More comments, reflections? It's Nilambar Prabhu from the Netherlands.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the wonderful class. Prabhu, I was thinking that, so at some point of time we may be thinking in our hearts that, yeah, maybe it would be better if there is less burden of it. But then it's like cooking. An expert cook could perhaps make, there can be a personal flavor to how the preparations are being made. But then there has to be a structure in which things are made. You can't really change the order in which things are made and then expect that something nice would come up. So if seasoning has to be done at a certain point of time, you have to do it. But you can add a flavor to it to make it taste a bit different than your own personal touch. But then I can't expect that if I'm making halwa, that the order of things, how it needs to be made, if I change that, or if I'm chaotic in that, then it's not halwa at the end of the day. So I would look at managing from that perspective, and that's how I see always, because at the end of the day, when we are dealing with people, and we need to get something bigger done than my own self. If I'm just doing things my own random, chaotic way, then perhaps, yeah, maybe I'll finish it whatever time, whenever and however. But if I'm dealing with 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, whatever number of people, and if the manager or the servant leader is not structured, at least if there is no flow properly, how things need to be done, that chaos basically transmits, and at the end there is only chaos at the end. So as there is the famous saying, having no plan is a plan, that it's basically ending up in disaster. So that's the plan then. So I think if we are putting it in the proper structure and giving the individuals the ability to add the flavor, but then knowing the structure well, it's definitely a useful tool and useful in life in general, I would say. So thank you so much for it, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Nilambar Prabhu. Okay, Maharaj wants to add something.
If we manage properly, then we have more time to spread Krishna consciousness. Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to manage his court affairs in a very short period of time because he was expert manager. So if we manage properly, then we can preach also nicely. Otherwise, time will be spent only fixing problems. No time for the missionary services. And another point Prabhupada writes, the symptom of advancement of Krishna consciousness is how much anxiety and headache you are taking for the mission. That is a symptom of advancement in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada never expected easy life. We have to show our love by taking the anxiety of the Acharyas, especially His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So it's our duty to carry on the legacy of Srila Prabhupada, and for that we have to take the anxiety. We cannot have anxiety-free life. Hare Krishna. Then Prabhupada said, go to the forest, sit under the tree and chant Hare Krishna. But that's not our line. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for two very potent instructions. Okay, Prabhuji? Yes. Prabhu, please introduce yourself.
I am Sri Chaitanya Das from Chowpatty Temple.
Chapati, Hare Krishna.
So you told Prabhu that this management is a Virya Ras, so it is a secondary one. But our primary thing is where to do the primary rasas, the 5. Sometimes if the person is in Kshatriya, as a Kshatriya, and he is in a Rajogun, and when he is doing this Virya Ras, which is the secondary, so he may carry on with that one, and he may not come to the primary rasas. Then how to balance during that time?
Now you are speaking like me. Okay, maybe Maharaj can address this question better, but so we have one side, which is our leadership side. As I said, we have to balance both sides, right? On the other side, you can get into Madhurya Ras too. So as they say, no, I have a day job, I do something on one side, and then I have my real, where my heart is. So your heart can still be into Madhurya Ras, but for this service to the movement, you can have this secondary Ras. But I would like to hear from Maharaj.
That rasa manifests when you are at the level of Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. It cannot be imitated. That's a very advanced stage of Krishna consciousness. So we have only Dasa Ras while you are a sadhaka. So you have to serve as a servant. And we have the advantage of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. When you serve as a servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you experience Madhurya Rasa in Vrindavan. So just be the servant of Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everything will manifest. Okay, that is one side. Other side is that management is not for whole life. Prabhupada wanted to retire and focus on that service, what the main purpose he came into this world, writing his books. So we should also think, Prabhu, is a good thing to really focus that management service cannot be for life. All the Rajasis, they retired and went into Vanaprastha order, and focus is more on other areas of Krishna consciousness. So we have to do management, but that should not be for the end of the life. So we should have a systematic approach of how many years we should be in hands-on management, how many years we should be in supervisory management. Then we should be absorbed in what Prabhupada experienced and also Mahaprabhu did in Gambhira. So that option should be also be there. Otherwise, we cannot continue the same. Although all are transcendental, but there are different ways to come closer to Krishna. And retiring from the management is a common practice in the Vedic system, and that should be also in our society. There is no retirement from devotional service, but there should be retirement from management services. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Are you happy, Prabhuji? Thank you. Okay, Mataji, it's 8:51. Card is here? Okay, all right. So thank you all very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.